we have to be bold. We gotta show courage. We gotta show strength. And this brings me back to one of my favorite stories in the Bible with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, where they refused to bow down to King Nebuchadnezzar's golden statue. That despite, the fact that he was going to put them in that fiery furnace, and not only put them in the furnace, that he was going to raise the temperature 7 times higher. 7 times higher. Because he was furious in the faith, the unwavering faith that they were displaying in that moment, telling him that our God is going to deliver us. Our God is going to shield us. Our God is going to cover us. And guess what? If he chooses not to save us, we're still not going to worship your God. I'm still not going to bow down to you. That's the faith, that's the boldness that we have to show in our lives in this present time. Because that enemy, that adversary is going to start whispering in your head to discourage you, to get you to believe that you're less than, to get you to believe that what God has prophesied in your life is never going to come to pass. And you have to fight those feelings. You have to fight that urge to quit with boldness. I know what my God told me. I know my Father's promises. I know that if I'm walking in righteousness, I know that because of my belief in him, I'm going to make it to the other side of this thing. Despite this fiery furnace that I'm currently in, he's going to cover me, he's going to shield me, and I'm going to make it to the other side. That this trial that I'm going through is just a part of my development. That if something within my character that he's trying to expose or he's trying to refine, that once I complete the task, once I complete the test, that it's going to increase my hope. It's going to increase my belief in my Father because I made it. I was able to endure. Romans chapter 5 verse 3, that there's glory in tribulation because tribulation produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. That if I endure this current struggle, that I can find out that if there was something inside of me that God wanted to get up out of me, if I was too arrogant, maybe he needed to humble me to make me better. But once I pass the test, once I get to the other side of this struggle, once I get to the other side of this trial, it's just going to increase my hope in who my Father is. That all of the promises, all of the scriptures that I read, everything that I'm told to believe, it just increases that inside of me. Just like the 3 Hebrew boys, man. They didn't care. There was a boldness about them. Either my Father's going to deliver me, or if we meet our fate, we're going to be reunited with him. One of my good friends in church said something to me a while ago. As Christians, as believers, as we walk in righteousness with God, as we establish personal relationship with God, we win no matter what. We can't lose. That if I'm going through something, if there's a trial that I gotta face, either my God is with me first and foremost, but once he delivers me from it, it increases my belief. It stacks on top of the belief that I already had in my Christ. But if I gotta wait on him, if I gotta endure, I know that he's with me every step of the way. We win no matter what. Nothing comes easy. That faith has to be tested. And yeah, like I said, there's some times where just getting up and going about your day is all the faith that you need. But then there's other times where you got to call it out even though it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, even though it seems like it may be impossible, you got to say, I know the Father that I serve. I know the God that I serve didn't bring me this far just to leave me. That's the boldness that you got to have. If I'm walking in righteousness, I know I'm in this trial. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm suffering. I'm going through this suffering and it doesn't make sense. I'm being tested. My faith is being tested. I got to endure to the end. I got to hold on until he delivers me from this fiery furnace. And just like he did with the Hebrew boys, when they got out of that furnace, it wasn't a hair on their head that was harmed. They didn't even smell like smoke. And just like that, just like them, when you go through your trials, when you go through your tribulations, and there's been times when you come out of a season, of tears, of suffering, of heartache. And when people see you and then they find out what you were going through, they say, man, you know what? You do not look anything like what you went through. I can't even tell that you went through anything. That's because God was covering you. Just like the footprints in the sand. When I only see one set of footprints, that's because he was carrying me through the most difficult time of the trial. That's a part of the boldness. That's a part of the belief that you got to have, that he will never leave you nor forsake you. I know I've been discussing faith a lot, and I'm not sure why. It could be because everything that's going on in this world, but I'm here to tell you, there has to be times where you have to show that boldness, the courage, the strength. I don't care what it looks like. I know my God is with me. I don't care what it looks like. My God is going to deliver me. I don't care what it looks like. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to stand 10 toes down until this thing is done, until I get to the other side. That's why we rejoice in suffering. We got to count it as glory, because God's glory, Christ's glory, is going to be on full display when I get out of this thing. When I share my testimony, you're going to know exactly who was with me in that fiery furnace. Just like he was with the 3 Hebrew boys. He was with me until the process, until the development, until the character building was complete. And because of that, my hope is sky high. I pray this blesses you. As always, to God be the glory. I love y'all. Have a blessed day.